I met a couple recently. The husband said, I think attachment styles are BS. But his wife, she had just finished reading a book on attachment, and she was fascinated by how our early childhood experiences influence what we do in relationships today. She genuinely wanted to learn and improve their marriage. My first reaction was, what? But then I stopped myself. I reminded myself everyone is allowed their own opinion. And if someone challenges a theory, it doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means we are about to have an interesting conversation. So I got curious. I asked questions. What stood out to me was how much he idealized his parents. According to him, they could not do anything wrong. Every time something came up, he would say, well, growing up we did this or that. That's not how I was raised. And that's fine. Honoring your upbringing is valid. But sometimes people get stuck in that growing up phase, especially when it comes to relationships. They measure everything by the past and miss the opportunity to grow in the present. Another person in the conversation said, I believe in attachment theory, but it keeps changing. And I agree. Attachment is not the end, it's a starting point. Yes, our early experiences shape us, but they don't define us forever. We have to consider how our adult experiences, therapy, emotional intelligence, and even our brain's plasticity all play a role. People can heal, they can change, but only if they're aware of it and willing to break their negative patterns. But you know what? Even then, those old attachment styles, they still show up in little moments, in small ways, because it takes time and conscious effort to get past that. But you don't have to let them run the show. You cannot change your childhood, but you can decide how it is going to influence your present. That's the real power, and that's the bottom line.